Okay, so there's this Pioneer deck. It's green, it makes a ton of mana, and it uses all that mana to beat opponents in one fell swoop. You see, nestled in this group of 75 wizard squares is an infinite combo. All you need is enough mana to pull it off. Piotr Grogowski, or Canister, is a Polish Magic streamer who happens to be really, really good at Magic. To say he marches to the beat of his own drum would be like saying that Oko Thief of Crowns was underdeveloped. It's true, but it's also an understatement. Most of the features of his stream, like his music choices, the mismatched card versions, and whatever this guy is supposed to be, all feels like some sort of hyper-advanced nihilism that I'm too old or too lame or too both to understand. Here's some footage from April of Canister playing mono green in Pioneer.
Can you get 2 cards back? I have a loop chat. Reveal, now I get the henge. Oh, it exiles itself. What? It's actually a combo chat. I missed that it fucking exiles itself. It's so funny. I had no idea.
Let's fast forward to the following turn.
Wait, is it an actual infinite loop now?
Yes.
If we grab a Karn and
Yep.
and Kiora every turn, we can give both players infinite life?
Again, yes. And you could have used the front side of Pestilent Cauldron to win the game if you'd put a black mana source in your deck, but hindsight's 2020. Now, at this point, I'm sure a lot of you are asking yourselves, what the hell did I just watch? Which, I get. Magic Online is basically inscrutable unless you really, really know what you're looking at. The TLDR is, in essence, Piotr built a deck with an infinite combo without even realizing it. And this is the face someone makes when they come to that realization, live on stream. This is my deck list for Mono Green Devotion in Pioneer. I won a 14-person RCQ with it in July, making me uniquely qualified to discuss it. Let's start at the bottom of the mana curve and work our way up. Alright, first up, 8 copies of Llanowar Elves. It's not literally 8 Llanowar Elves, but these 2 cards are functionally identical, and having a critical mass of them allows the deck to make a lot of mana way ahead of schedule. Oath of Nissa is a different kind of role player that we'll get to later, but I'd be remiss to not mention that when Oath of Nissa debuted in 2016, I told everyone at work that the cards sucked. Of course, Oath of Nissa soon became the premier card selection for what was the best deck in Standard for almost a year, but that's neither here nor there. Let's keep going. 4 copies of Wolfwillow Haven and 2 copies of Sylvan Caryatid round out the deck's extra mana suite. I've sacrificed Wolfwillow Haven twice, once in a game where I was almost certainly losing, and once in a game where there was no way I could lose. It seems obvious, but I'll say it explicitly. Wolfwillow Haven is much better as a wild growth than as a 2/2 for 7. Moving right along. Old Growth Troll is a huge problem for opponents. It's really far ahead of the curve on rate, and I did the dumpster diving to prove it. There are 1,254 3-mana creatures in Pioneer, and their aggregate power and toughness are 2.1 and 2.4 respectively. So yeah, Old Growth Troll is above rate. If that wasn't enough, when it dies, it doesn't even really die because it attaches to a forest. You don't even lose the green pips on the battlefield, which is extremely important for reasons we will get into. The Planeswalker suite, for Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner, for Karn the Great Creator, are the way the deck combos off. Karn in particular has a heavy influence on how the sideboard for this deck's constructed. Out of 15 available sideboard slots, 13 of them are occupied by artifacts to fetch with Karn. Asika's Chariot is great if you want to beat down. Golos can go get Nykthos, Lair of the Hydra, or Overgrown Tomb. Sky Sovereign and Meteor Golem kill stuff. God Pharaoh's statue effectively locks opponents out of the game. Shadow Spear gains life. Damping Sphere forces Lotus Field to play a fair game, which it is not built to do. Pithing Needle shuts something problematic off. Tormod's Crypt exiles their graveyard. And Darksteel Citadel is a land. It should have been a treasure vault. That was an oversight on my part. The rest of the sideboard, we're going to get to it. I swear to God, we'll get to it. Just sit tight. Topping off the deck's curve are Cavalier of Thorns and Storm the Festival. Cavalier of Thorns represents 3 green pips for Nykthos. It can help you find Nykthos, and can potentially dump stray Storm the Festivals in the graveyard to be flashed back later. And then there's Storm the Festival itself, which kind of does it all. Twice. But wait, these cards are good, sure, but they cost a ton of mana. How are we actually playing these cards? Say hello to Nykthos, Shrine of Nyx. One of the mechanics of Theros is devotion, as displayed on Nykthos here. What that long, winding, legalese reading sentence means is that on this board, your devotion to green is 1, because devotion counts colored mana symbols, or pips, of permanents you have on the battlefield. On the next turn, you play an Old Growth Troll, and now your devotion to green is 4. In this deck, Nykthos is a really powerful card. Not only do Old Growth Troll and Cavalier of Thorns come with a lot of green pips, but Cavalier and Storm the Festival actually help you dig for Nykthos, while Kiora can untap it for additional activations. It can get pretty gross. Okay. Now, how does this deck go infinite? The best way to show you is to walk through it. Alright, we're in the main phase of our 4th turn. Play that Nykthos and activate it. Since we've got 7 green pips on the battlefield, Nykthos makes 7 mana. So, let's run out that Cavalier of Thorns, which, thanks to Kiora, draws us a Wolfwillow Haven. Then Cavalier hits a forest, but more importantly, there's now a Storm the Festival in the graveyard. Let's use our leftover 2 mana to slap that Wolfwillow Haven on a forest, then untap Nykthos with Kiora, activate it for 11 mana, and flash back the Storm. Alright, we get Karn and another Nykthos off the Storm. At this point, the Legend rule comes into effect, so just get rid of the tap Nykthos. We don't need it anymore anyway. Activate Karn's -2 ability. Lots of choices here, but we're going to grab the Chain Veil. Now activate that new Nykthos. We've got 11 mana again. After casting and activating the Chain Veil, we're down to 3 green floating. Can you zoom in on the Chain Veil for a sec? This card is worded really strangely. It kind of reads like anti-poetry. All you need to know that activating this lets you activate Planeswalkers twice, including each successive Planeswalker you cast. This distinction is going to be important. Okay, so again, after casting and activating the Chain Veil, you still have 3 green mana floating. Now we can activate Kiora again to untap Nykthos and then activate that again. 12 mana. Use Karn's -2 again, this time tutoring up Heart of Kiran. After casting it, we've got 10 mana floating. Cast the Karn in your hand, 6 mana floating. Also, Legend rule happens, keep the Karn that we just cast and let the other one go to the graveyard. Now use Karn to grab Pestilent Cauldron. Pestilent Cauldron's a weirdo. It has 2 sides, and we're gonna need them both. First things first, use Heart of Kiran to get Kiora in your graveyard. Cast Restorative Burst, targeting Kiora and Karn, then cast Kiora. Use Kiora to untap the forest enchanted by Wolfwillow Haven and Nykthos, and make 11 mana again. So with DFCs, once they change zones, they go sunny side up again. As a result, we now have a Pestilent Cauldron in exile, which we can go get with Karn. So let's do that. Crew Heart of Kiran till both our Planeswalkers are dead, then cast Restorative Burst again with the same targets as last time. 6 mana floating. Cast the Kiora, 3 mana floating. Untap the Nykthos and activate it. 12 mana floating. Untap the Nykthos again and activate it again. 21 mana floating. Now cast Karn, 17 mana floating, and -8 to grab the Pestilent Cauldron. That is your loop. Each instance of the loop costs 12. 3 plus 4 plus 5. But on this board, thanks to the Chain Veil and being able to activate Kiora twice on each pass, We're going to net 6 mana each time. Here, let me show you. All right, so we've got 17 mana right now, and the board state we're trying to get back to is Pestilent Cauldron in hand, Karn with 3 counters on it, and a Kiora with 0 activations left. So let's do it. Heart of Kiran eats the 2 Planeswalkers, Restorative Burst gets them both back, 12 mana. Play Kiora, 9 mana. Untap Nykthos, activate it again, 18 mana. Do that again, 27 mana. Cast Karn, 23 mana, get back Pestilent Cauldron with it. We're back where we started, and we're up 6 mana. So if we keep doing the loop till we get to 100,000 mana, that means that both players will gain somewhere in the ballpark of 99,976 life. That's not exact, but don't worry, because your opponent stopped paying attention a long time ago. From here, all it takes is 1 Cauldron activation to mill an opponent out. That was a turn 4 win. Nykthos is a pretty messed up card, and thanks to its status as the LCQ promo, it is unlikely to get banned soon. But maybe there's a Pioneer deck you like better. Drop your wrong opinion in the comments, and then like the video, and then subscribe to the channel, and then buy the deck in the description even if you already own it, because self-care cannot happen without conspicuous consumption. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.